Alright, so I'm gonna do my top five 4Ks that I own. I obviously own more than five. I just these are the ones I want to talk about the most. My favorites, and then I'll do a video talking about my top five worst. Um, so let's talk about my top five. Let's just go into number five, which is at the bottom, but it's also like this is a pretty good to decent transfer. Let's talk about Home Alone. I'm a big Home Alone fan. This is one of my favorite movies of all time. I don't know if it's in my top three, but it's definitely my top five, somewhere in there. So Home Alone. This is the Best Buy exclusive steelbook, which I love this movie so much that I bought this. Looks fantastic. Look at that steelbook. You got the battle plan, the front, inside. The artwork on the inside is amazing. You know, you get this. You get little Macaulay. The first. You know, you get the movie, and I watched this transfer, and it's on this list because it's one of my favorite movies. The transfer is not bad by any means. It's definitely an upgrade to the original, but it's not like a huge upgrade. And I've been watching the movie on Blu-ray for years, so I didn't really notice a huge upgrade. And that's the thing about most of these Disney titles. Some of these Disney titles are just lazy as hell transfers. Like they're not real upgrades. They just kind of like they're just kind of there if like, oh, it's 4K, just buy it. You know, that kind of thing where like you're uneducated about what the difference is between this, but you see, oh, 4K, it's the highest format, so you get 4K, right? I feel like Disney 4Ks are for those kind of people who don't really understand like what makes a high quality disc or transfer of an old movie. And this is one of their better ones. It looks better, but it's still like not a huge upgrade. So it's on this list more so because it's one of my favorite movies. And again, this is an upgrade. So I would say if you watch the original Home Alone on Blu-ray and and you're fine with that, you don't really need to upgrade. But the 4K is good. I think would have made this a nice upgrade is if they'd also done Home Alone 2, but they did not. And I think at this point they're not going to because um, a lot of Disney transfers of older movies were transfers that were already done, and this was done by Fox, so like years ago, and so it was just sitting in a vault somewhere waiting for Disney to put it out. Um, let's go with you know what? Let's go with this one, Space Jam. This is not a great movie, obviously, but I obviously love it. I have a great time with it every time I watch it. Here's the thing. This is on this list because it's one of my go-to, like, when I just need a dumb, fun movie that I don't really have to think about, I'm going to put on Space Jam. But what the thing to note about this 4K is that it's on this list because out of all the Blu-rays I own, it is the biggest upgrade from the Blu-ray. I owned the Space Jam Blu-ray for so many years, and as soon as I bought this 4K on Black Friday for $10, I got rid of it. But I've been watching on Blu-ray for years, so I already knew how the Blu-ray looked. And this 4K, I popped it in because I wanted to watch it, of course, and I watched it. And I didn't expect a huge upgrade. I just expected a decent upgrade. Blew my mind. This movie has never looked so good. The animation, the actual live action parts look incredible. They pop, they shine. The skin tones are like, whoa! It just looks so much better. I mean, absolutely, the Blu-ray was trash. Just absolute trash. There is just no comparison between the Blu-ray and this. This undoubtedly wins. I can't believe that Blu-ray was put out by the same team at Warner Brothers that put this together. I mean, because wow, it has lots of bonus features put together really well. The slipcover is beautiful. I mean, I love the slipcover. I love this cover. And, the discs are in there. Nothing too special with the disc. But yeah, it just is such an upgrade. That's why it's on this list, is because obviously this is not one of the best 4Ks on the market. Not one of the best movies on the market. when it comes to like upgrading. But if you really like this movie, this is the best possible way to own it, and you should get it. No question. That's the way you should buy. I guess we'll go with this one. These top three are really hard to choose. Coming to America. First of all, there are two different versions of this you should know about. There's the standard 4K with the slip, and that one is fine. The artwork on it is fine. This steelbook is much better though. I think the artwork on this is so much better. I usually don't buy steelbooks day one, but this is one I definitely had to because of the way it looks. I mean, just wow. I really love that artwork there. And then you get the inside there, and then you get the disc, which has its own artwork too. It has little rose petals, which I kept thinking that was blood for a while. I don't know why I thought it was blood. Like, it doesn't really make sense to be blood, and that's what kept throwing me off. But then I realized, oh, it's damn rose petals. It's like, makes sense. But yeah, I bought this because it was one of my favorite comedies. And it's a good upgrade. It came with a poster. I have that on my bulletin board. But yeah, if you love this movie, this is the best possible format to own it on. And the movie looks great. And yeah, I love Coming to America. My favorite comedy, my favorite Eddie Murphy movie. Well, actually, Zoolander is pretty close. But, it's one of my favorite comedies. So, alright, let's go with Full Metal Jacket. This is Best Buy exclusive steelbook. This is one of my all-time favorite movies of all time, and this is an incredible upgrade. The Blu-ray already looked incredible. A lot of Kubrick movies always look incredible because Kubrick movies are very... actually, you know what? We're going to do... Where is it? We're going to do 2001 as well. Because a lot of Kubrick movies look amazing. I know there's The Shining on 4K, and I'll be honest, I have it. I have not watched The Shining. I'm waiting for the right day, right time to watch The Shining. To be honest, I've heard so many things about it. I'm intimidated to watch it. But I will watch it. Trust me. I already bought it. But I'm going to put both these here because I watched 2001 more. This 4K is incredible. Full Metal Jacket is also incredible, though. This is my favorite Kubrick movie, so I'll talk about this one first. First of all, you get this edition for $25, which comes in this box. So it's a sturdy box, very sturdy. Looks, it's got artwork there. It looks good. That's a good box, which is neat. They didn't have to put it in that at all. It's a really neat edition. They gave us some art cards in this little envelope here. Just kind of images from the movie stuff. I'm not going to go over all of them, but you can kind of get a glimpse of some of them. Personally, I don't understand these because, what are you going to do with these? Are you going to frame them? They're not really that high quality worth framing, and then it's also there's 6 or 7 of them. Are you going to frame all these and put them on your wall? I don't know. And this package is made to fit this in there, so doesn't really seem like it's made for you to frame it. So I'm always how do you put that? But then they've got a booklet in here. There's a little picture of Kubrick himself, the genius, the master behind filmmaking itself. Yeah, that's amazing. It's look at that. Look at all these images. There's not really any read-ups on it, but this is a beautiful booklet. I feel like they just should have put the booklet. But that's just a mild critique, but... And then you actually get the 4K for the 50th anniversary, which do you guys see how loose that is? It felt very loose, I was like this is broken, but it's not broken. It's whatever. It freaked me out for a minute. I thought I broke it. I'm like, did I just break my 2001 4K? This is to be honest, okay, there are movies in my collection that I rarely watch. This is one of the ones I watch the most. This is my top 10 favorite movies of all time. And I watch this one a ton. So I was like scared that I just broke one of my favorite movies. It would make me cry. I would have cried on camera. Not really, but I would have been very upset about that because I love this movie. And yeah, I was like, did I just break? And I'm trying to be very careful with this too. So, you know, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with this 4K. I think it's fantastic. Here's the thing: this movie is a gorgeous movie. This movie looks like it came out today. It was shown in theaters. It was beautifully done. The remaster of this, it is an insane remaster. So this is the best possible way to own this movie. This edition is fantastic, and all the things that you get with it for just $25. This is one of those ones where I'm like, don't even like wait for a sale because that's already such a damn good price that you should just buy. So yeah, I'm going to definitely recommend this one. Now let's talk about Full Metal Jacket. This is another one of my top 10 favorite movies, which I always feel awkward about saying because when I think about favorite movies, they're always movies that I go back to, I rewatch. I have seen this movie exactly one time, and I've thought about rewatching it, and every single time I say, no, you are not going to rewatch that because this movie is vile, it's repugnant, it is hard to watch, it makes you think about things that are uncomfortable and just sickening, but it also is so well made and so well crafted and does such a great job at conveying that exact feeling. Because this movie, if you don't know, I'm going to go a little into the movie, but it's a movie where it's an anti-war film, if you don't know, about Vietnam. And there's these soldiers, they're being brainwashed and desensitized. It's about like the dangers of war and desensitization to violence and things like that. And that's why it's so repugnant, because it is trying to make you see the effects that that kind of stuff can have on people, and you watch these people break, and it's very uncomfortable. But it's a beautiful movie, and it's one of the best anti-war films ever made. If you want to see a really great movie and feel shitty about your day afterwards, this is the one to watch. I believe everybody should see every single Kubrick film once in their lives, but that's one of the best ones. And yeah, one of the best 4Ks on the market. And then we'll talk about Jaws, which Jaws is on this list, of course. Everybody loves this 4K. I specifically have the lenticular version, not just the slip, which I think this version is off the market, but you can get this little booklet here. Now, this booklet is 45 pages. So that 2001 thing is like a little dinky little booklet. Now, this is a hefty 45-page book with actual read-ups. Like, that one didn't have read-ups. This one does. And that beautiful lenticular cover. Just a great, great, great edition. The disc has different artworks. It's a beautiful 4K for such a great movie. I've seen this movie over and over again. Of course, this movie is incredibly rewatchable. It's such a fun movie. Definitely one of my favorite Spielberg movies. So if you don't own Jaws, this is the best possible way to own it. This was less than $20 when I bought it. I don't know if you can get this exact edition for less than $20, but you can get the slip edition. If you can find this edition, definitely grab it, because again, this one could get more expensive as time goes on, because they don't really produce that one anymore. But it's a great, great, great edition to own if you don't own Jaws in 4K. Great movie. One of my favorite 4Ks of all time.